Yo, what's up, dudes? It's Seth Jam. We are now in December of 2023. And what that means is that everybody's dropping their lists for the new year, top 10 lists of 2023. And mine are a little bit different because I'm actually looking at a different milestone. I believe that the Switch has mostly run its course. I think we're going to find out what the next Nintendo system is next year, if not, get the new system next year. And I feel like it's a pretty good time to go ahead and make my definitive top 10 Switch game list. So I'm going to do a couple, possibly a few. And this is going to be the first one. This is the top 10 best Nintendo published Switch games. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and hop in. And number 10 is Dragon Quest XI-S. This is kind of a cheat because the series is a Square Enix franchise, but Nintendo always handles the Dragon Quest publishing on the Nintendo systems in the West. And I know I could have put a Xenoblade or a Fire Emblem game here, but Dragon Quest XI is the most accessible JRPG on the Switch, and possibly the best Dragon Quest game of all time. I struggle with my love of the genre because JRPGs just kind of ask for so much of your time. They're often convoluted and bloated, and this game isn't. It is what it is, and it is that in spades. It's fun for players of any age. It's not terribly complicated. You will get a lot of hours of gameplay out of it, and it just makes you feel good. Number 9, Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus. What would any Nintendo handheld must-buy list be without Pokemon, right? Pokemon Legends Arceus is the best choice for a Pokemon game on the Switch. The nostalgic part of me wanted to recommend Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. The part of me that knows it was the target of some pretty undeserved hate wanted to recommend Sword and Shield. And absolutely no part of me wanted to recommend Scarlet and Violet. Please just don't spend your money on those games. Legends Arceus is a huge step forward for many mechanics in the Pokemon series, and though it's not the best story ever, it was a cool departure from what was pretty much the same story that we got for mainline games like every time before. It's fun. It looks the best any Pokemon game outside of New Pokemon Snap has ever looked, and the music is fire. Number 8 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 is the culmination of every game in the series before it. Other previous entries were fantastic, but this game is the total package. It's tuned to perfection, and the visuals and music are just... It's perfect for couch or online multiplayer, has regular and battle modes, and it's the best-selling Switch game. Comes bundled with the Switch a lot of the time. So I'm not going to talk about it too much because chances are you either already own this or you're going to pick it up if you don't. Number 7 is Metroid Prime Remastered. Metroid Prime was one of the best first-person shooter experiences on the GameCube, and I think it's the best first-person shooter on the Switch. It runs smooth with little to no hiccups, solid 60 FPS. It improves upon the original in every way you could want from a remaster. Better lighting, better textures, clean and modern character models, higher resolution. It does all that, and it's just a fantastic shooter and 3D Metroidvania. I can't recommend this one enough. I think Metroid needs more love, so that is my number 7. Number 6 is Splatoon 2. Splatooners 2 was a hit when it released among the homies. The hype was crazy. We played it for hours on end, trying to experiment with all the different weapons and trying to customize our little Octoduos. This game managed to capture the hype of a major online shooter like Call of Duty or Halo and make it more accessible to a broader, more family-friendly audience, and that's pretty insane. Splatoon 3 may be better, but I didn't play it, so I can't really speak on it. But I had to mention that just in case anybody takes issue. Let me know. Was Splatoon 3 better? Am I messing up? Let me know. Number 5 is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons was a cultural phenomenon when it came out. We were all stuck in our homes because La Llorona was running amok, and we were all desperate to return outside and socialize. And having your own little island that you could show off to your friends and have them visit what is essentially your personally curated digital home was the closest some of us got to that. And also, it's a game that you could put tons of hours over several months into, or cheat your way into having the best and widest variety of items and the customization tools available, and just kind of let your creativity run wild. Number 4, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This is peak 2D platforming. I've talked about how refreshing and innovative Mario Wonder has been for 2D Mario, which is the OG king of the platformer series. That game isn't even close to as good as this game. It would have been a terrible fate for this game to have been stuck on the misstep of a console that was the Wii U. But fortunately, it was re-released with some additional content for the Switch. It's challenging but fair. It's beautiful visually and sonically, and in my opinion, is the best 2D platformer I've ever played. So, burn me at the stake if you must, but that's just, I gotta say this is the best 2D platformer ever. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the most ambitious, not only Nintendo specifically, but any video game company crossovers ever. There's characters from the entire history of video games across several major and indie companies. And not only does that in itself make it impressive, but it's also insanely well optimized and fun. You can enjoy this if you're casual, just wanting to see one of your favorites missile dropkick Mario into the ether, or if you're a hardcore fighting game aficionado. This game was the last game I ever stood in line with my friend outside GameStop for a midnight release. And for that, it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What is left to be said about Breath of the Wild? It's been acclaimed from every critic and their cousin, and the subject of many, many multi-hour essays here on YouTube. It's huge, it's beautiful, asterisk, and it's fun. And it's what I imagine the new starting point for every Zelda to come is. You may wonder why I chose Breath of the Wild over Tears of the Kingdom here. And the truth is, Tears of the Kingdom is a better game in every way. But if you play it, it's hard to go back to Breath of the Wild. But you 100% should play Breath of the Wild. So it's my recommendation because chances are you're going to want to play Tears of the Kingdom after you play this anyway. And at number 1, we got Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is one of the best Mario games ever made, and it's the best 3D platformer on the Switch. It came out so long ago, it feels like it was a launch title, and I needed a little refresher before making this video, but oh man, it was such a joy to replay this game. It looks so good. It controls so good. The music is so good. The environments are interesting and varied. You got clearly cartoony, video gamey characters and places, and then you got like a realistic New York-esque city. Shout out to Diminished. An anatomically correct T-Rex you can control, a bunch of cool costumes, tons of moons to collect in each world, and the story isn't crazy, but I mean, it never really is in Mario games. These games are all about fun gameplay, and that's what you get here, along with one of the best games visually and performance-wise on the Switch. I can't wait to see where 3D Mario goes next. There you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 Nintendo published games for the Switch. Like I said, I got a couple other top 10 videos that I have in the works right now, and I hope to kind of make more diverse and different stuff in the coming year. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we can grow even more in 2024. So with that said, happy holidays, happy new year, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.